Hello, hello, my darlings. Hope you're all doing well. Blushlily here. Welcome to this wax reading where we're going to be finding out everything about the person that you're meant to be with. As usual, we're going to do a little bit of an energy check-in so you guys can make sure that this is the right reading for you. If the energy check-in doesn't resonate with you, don't worry. I'm going to be making more readings, or you can check out the ones that are in the wax readings playlist already. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look. Queen of Pentacles, preoccupied with things that have to do with money. They're giving me a lot of earth energy. It doesn't mean that this has to be your star sign, but Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energies are coming through in your reading right now quite strongly. They're telling me that you're somebody who's persistent. You're somebody who is reliable. And even on days when you're feeling extra lazy, you're still going to deliver. You like good food. It's important for you. The quality of food, the quality of the materials, the quality of the surroundings. For you, it's about the quality, not about the quantity. And they're telling me that you're somebody who might have a goldfish, a couple of goldfish, an aquarium. You might enjoy spending your time looking at animals, whether in real life or in videos. There's just an energy. That was unexpected. Okay, let's see which card decided to go for a swim. I'm not even going to edit this out. Of course, the Fool. The Fool. My darlings, they're telling me that sometimes you jump into things. You jump into maybe certain questionable adventures. And I think they're telling me that you used to have a very eventful past, like when you were younger, maybe when you were a teenager, you would get into a lot of trouble. And something about you, I guess, liking to swim, because this is the first time that this happened on my channel. A good thing that these cards are pretty thick. But that beautiful Fool energy came up and jumped straight into the water. So I'm guessing your reading is going to bring a lot of newness and that energy of spontaneity. Maybe you wanted to be a little mermaid when you were little, yeah? Or a dolphin. Maybe you still have this dream of swimming with the dolphins. But in any case, they're telling me that you're somebody who, when you tell people your age, they're very surprised. Some of them, they're quite shocked. They're like, how's this even possible? You look so much younger. You look so much fresher. And I mean, when you're very serious and when you're very pissed off, yes, okay, you might look a little bit closer to your age. But when you're smiling, when you're talking, when you're laughing, you look, I don't know, 8-10 years younger. A lot of royal energy that's coming through for you. A lot of royal energy. Maybe you're watching something right now that has to do with royalty, with kings, queens, something that has to do with manners that's important for you. They're telling me that you're somebody with very good manners, with good background. Even if right now you're struggling or whatever, there's still something about the way that you carry yourself that people notice. And they're telling me that you, when it comes to looks, you might not be conventionally good looking, although for a lot of you I see that you are, but there's something about you that people notice in particular. Your eyes, maybe your eyelashes, maybe your nails, your hands, your voice. There's something very specific and very particular that people tend to notice. They're telling me right now you're in the process of rethinking some sort of relationship. You're rethinking the whole concept of love, of relationships, of friendships. And they're telling me that you used to sacrifice a lot for other people. And you ended up in a lot of codependent relationships. But right now you're going through an emotional review. of how you want the relationship to be. You might even be stuck with somebody over here who kind of shows you signs of affections and then disappears. And then, I'm getting that hot and cold dynamic that's being shown over here. But you can be very romantic, you can be very sweet, you can almost have this beautiful marshmallow quality about you. But right now they're telling me that maybe when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, your energy is more on pause because you're reviewing things. You might be going through a transition where you're no longer attracted to a certain type, certain age, certain behaviors, but you haven't really figured out something that you're attracted to in this new stage or in this transitioning energy. So right now, I feel like a lot of things might be put on pause because, like I said over here, there's some sort of elevation that you're going through. Elevation, rediscovering your calling, rediscovering yourself. And I almost want to say, your spiritual team is coming through in this energy check-in to let you know that yes, you are ready for the new. And people from the past might be coming back just to kind of make it clearer for you and maybe give you a little bit of a test whether you are completely sure that you want to go into the new. But they're telling me that there's some sort of elevation. This could also be talking about potential promotion or just that feeling that you want to and you're ready to go to the next level. And yes, there's a part of you that might be worried that there is nothing there. But there's also a part of you that's filled with hope and knows that there's a new level, a different level. And sometimes they're telling me if you're being completely honest with yourself, some of you are going to feel very seen right now, my darlings, but I have to mention it. Because if you're going to resonate with this part of you, you will know for sure that it's time. Anyways, when we have achieved a certain level, we feel like we're the masters of something. We feel like we are the teacher, so to speak. But when we go to the next level, when we take a new path, it's as if we need to come to terms with that energy of feeling like a student again. And sometimes it's very uncomfortable to feel like a student again. It's very vulnerable. It's very, your ego might not like it. But the point is that, you were once a student and you've become a master. And they're telling me that deep down, you know that you can still do it. Like you can still go into this energy of the new, feeling like you don't know anything about this particular place or a new environment or a new location, but remembering that you can master it all keeps you moving forwards. So that sounds like you, my darlings. Keep on watching. A little bit of a longer energy check-in today, but I guess you needed to hear something beautiful and important about yourselves. Now then, what I want you to do is take a deep centering breath in. Try not to think about anything or anybody. Free your mind. And let's go ahead and channel the wax from this beautiful 3-color candle to see everything we can find out about the person that you're meant to be with. For some of you, straight away, this person's name begins with an A. For my lovely ladies and gentlemen interested in gentlemen, the person's name could be Adam. The apple came through over here, right at the beginning. The first wax drop is coming in nice and round. This talks about the sort of person who is maybe not a professional in one particular industry, but a professional in quite a lot. I would say, a very versatile personality. And this person, when it talks about the character, this is a very good sign. There are no rough edges. This person is formed. So this person emotionally, and when we're talking about mentally, the person is formed. So there's not a lot of soul searching. There's not a lot of, emotional ups and downs. No, I want to say that this is very much about somebody who's very, very stable. Tak, now then, let me see. This person, I don't know, I'm getting a poodle over here, might own a poodle. This person might be very, very curly. Like the hair is very curly. So you might be getting somebody, like, guys, with literally very, very curly hair. And I'm hearing for some of you, if you had a poodle, remember the name. There's something about the name. Might not necessarily be a poodle, but they're literally giving me this poodle. It could be any dog over here. So I'm saying that this person is being followed. This is very interesting. They're telling me that this person is most likely going to exhibit a lot of leadership qualities, both in their professional life and in their work life, in their family life, because I'm seeing people like are holding on. People are holding on to this person. People are following this person. This person knows where they're going. So a lot of guidance energy that's coming in. Guidance, things that have to do with teaching. Oh, look at this beautiful girl over here. That's kind of, she's got her head down. I want to say your inner child is going to absolutely love this person coming in. So this could be a girl, this could be a boy. I'm seeing a lot of female energy. And what I'm seeing over here, it's like this universe is making up for some sort of neglect and sadness when you were little. The universe is going to make up for whatever has been lost. They're telling me for every tear you've cried over here, you're going to smile, you're going to laugh. For every minute that you weren't given the love or the attention or the affection that you were truly craving, you're being given back. And if right now this is what you feel like this beautiful but very sad, lonely soul, they're telling me that two people become one. Two people become one. Two people become this energy. I'm getting for quite a few of you. Bear with me, my darlings. There's loads of things that come through. Anyways, I'm getting Gemini energy. I'm getting twins energy. So you could be one of the twins in your family, or your person could be somebody who has a twin brother or twin sister. They're telling me, look how you've grown. There's a little girl over here and there's a woman over here. And you're looking down. But it's time to look up. You see, this person is coming in with an energy to make you look up. And I feel for quite a few of you, it was about having to constantly check the road, where you're going. Because for the most part, you were going alone. You were traveling alone. You were walking alone. You had to carry everything on your shoulders. And that's why it's difficult to look up. When you've got something heavy on your shoulders, you keep on looking down. But here, and it's funny how they showed me that somebody is going to lead. And you will have an opportunity to let go of all of the weight, or for the most of the weight that you've been carrying on your shoulders, and look up and see the beauty that this world has to offer. Because when you're not having to worry about tomorrow, about your financial stability, about a million and one things, you can start enjoying this world. And this is exactly what they're showing me is going to happen with the person that you're meant to be with. I keep hearing you don't have to be strong anymore. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to be relaxed. Praying. They're telling me that you've been praying a lot, meditating. And overall, just feeling uncomfortable. They're telling me that you were made to feel uncomfortable in your own skin, in your own body. The person that you're supposed to be with is bringing you wings over here. Bringing you a lot of lightness. Bringing you a lot of comfort. Yeah, even if one of your eyes is bigger than the other, which is completely normal, by the way, guys. We're all asymmetrical. Well, the majority of us. So if you've been worried about, that you don't look good in a dress, or you don't look good in pictures, or you're not somebody who's usually chosen because you have a friend that's considered to be so much more better looking, this person is not going to doubt his or her choice even for a second. And this relationship, this whole thing brings comfort. Okay, so I'm getting, for some of you, it wasn't The Little Mermaid that was the favorite cartoon. It was Cinderella, because I keep getting that Cinderella story. And at first I thought maybe I shouldn't mention it, but now that I'm seeing the shoe, the glass slipper that's going to fit, I'm going to say it. That maybe as a little girl, you always wanted the prince to find you. But let me tell you this. If we're taking away the Disney version, the Cinderella, she was never really a maid. Cinderella was actually a princess to begin with. So it's this energy where I kept on getting that royalty from you. And with the right person, that energy of royalty, that energy of manners, that energy of class, that energy of sophistication, that energy of thinking on a grander scale, it becomes magnified and it becomes amplified and it becomes validified by this connection and by the surroundings that you find yourself in with this particular person. I feel for quite a few of you, my darlings, whether you feel it or not, but you're meant to help quite a few people, whether it's through charity, whether it's through a podcast, a book of some sort. And I feel like your person, in one way or another, they're going to help you by making you feel safe, secure, and more confident in your talents. So for some of you, you're meant to deliver a special sort of divine message in one way or another through your arts, crafts, creativity, through your blog, through your vlog, through your podcast. And I feel like you're reuniting with a soulmate, with the person that you're meant to be with, in order, I want to say, to do God's work, in order to do the universe's work, whatever it is that you believe in. Now, this person's life story, is going to be quite different to yours. So I'm going to tell you this is not going to be a trauma bond. Even though they're showing me somebody with a high emotional IQ and high intellectual IQ. This person I know this might sound harsh, but they weren't as damaged as you were. And that's good, because if they were, they probably wouldn't get to where they are right now, and they wouldn't be able to do the part in the relationship that they need to do. That's not to say that they're perfect, it's not to say that they're whatever, but they're telling me that you don't need a trauma bond. You need somebody with a different perspective to give you an infusion of new, I want to say, of new life, so to speak. This is going to be a majestic love. I keep on getting this energy of royalty. For some of you, my darlings, maybe, why not, you're going to end up with somebody who has royal blood in their veins. Maybe you will find out that you have royal blood in your veins. And this is not about, ego. This is about heritage. This is about, I can't put it in words. It's just something that you feel. So this person could be a diplomat. This person could have something to do with politics. This person might have something to do with arts. But this is definitely not somebody who works, I would say maybe not, that doesn't work an office job. They're not telling me that this is likely, yeah? Family heirlooms, I keep hearing. Maybe even somebody who studied etiquette, somebody who plays polo, plays golf, plays water polo as well, but there's a lot of things that are coming through with polo. Very, very sharp when it comes to looks, and very sharp when it comes to mind. And when I say sharp when it comes to looks, they're telling me that this is somebody who does take care of their body, somebody who does take care of their hairstyle. Yeah, if they have a beard, which I don't see for a lot of you, my darlings, I see somebody who's clean shaven. They have most likely chiseled cheekbones and maybe a longer, narrow nose, but it looks very harmonious. It doesn't stand out. And this person is not boring, but I feel they differ very much from the majority in the way that they think. I keep on hearing etiquette, class, sophistication, manners. And this person rarely swears. And for the most part, takes his or her time to give an answer. Has a sense of self-worth, but again, it's not narcissism, it's not look at me, I'm better than others. No, it's just something within this person. And it's very admirable. Very admirable. Beautiful eyes, darker eyes for the majority of you, darker. Keeps on holding something like a hockey stick or maybe what's it called? Cricket. For some of you, this person is going to have a child. If you're over 35, my darlings, Most likely this person has a child already. And they might be round about your age, regardless of how old you are, round about your age or up to, I would say up to 2 years younger or older. There's 2 years plus minus. This is the way that they're showing me. So not a huge difference. When we're talking about the age, you know, when you first meet, this person is not going to be able to take his eyes off of you. Just looking at you, admiring you. Finding something very interesting and intriguing about the way that you move. They're also saying that for some of you, there's going to be some sort of interaction with an animal. And it's as if first you don't notice this person looking. And you're just being your usual kind self. You know, you're maybe stroking a horse or you're, you know, playing with some dog or something. And this person kind of just admires you and notices that you got a big heart, you know? How is it possible for the two of you to meet? For those of you in the UK, guys, it could be the Ascot, I'm telling you. If you go there, for some of you it could be. The Royal Ascot. For those of you who are not in the UK, let me see how the meeting takes place. They're telling me some sort of garden. Even the color of the candle, the everything, we've got the flowers over here. It's some sort of garden. How do you end up in this garden? Unless you're Alice in Wonderland, how do you end up in this garden? By luck, guys. They're giving me the clover. So they're saying you just end up there. That's all you have to know. That's all you have to know. You just end up there. For some of you, somebody's going to invite you there. For some of you, you know, it's part of some sort of touristic attraction. You just end up there. They're saying, don't worry. It happens in a garden, in a park of some sort. Maybe it's next to your house. Maybe it's a park you go to very often. Maybe it's a park you've never been to. I'm hearing sakura for some of you. So this might be during a time where sakura is blooming. And I keep on hearing that song. I think it's Lenny Kravitz. I want to get away. I want to fly away. And I'm hearing Fly Me to the Moon. I think it's Frank Sinatra, isn't it? So again, I get very different ages, very different backgrounds over here. But those two songs came through very strongly. Yeah, so if you like Frank Sinatra, if you like Lenny Kravitz, again, those could be the songs that could be playing when you meet. Those could be the songs that you would listen to before the meeting. And those could be also the names or the first letters of the names of the people that you, my darlings, are meant to meet. And the reason why I'm talking about these songs, it's also that the two of them, they're about flying. They're about elevation. They're about looking up in the sky. So, I know it's going to be incredibly specific for some of you, but I have to say it. Maybe some of you are afraid of flying, and this person, in one way or another, is going to help you conquer your fear of flying. Because most likely, this person is going to want to travel, travel with you. And you'll be like, can we take the car? And he'll be like, what, to Australia? So, yeah, it's it's this energy of you maybe having to face your phobias with this particular person, but he still makes you feel very safe, he or she. But not once do I hear this person swear at you. Raising their eyebrow, yes. Raising their voice, very rarely, but it happens. But calling you some sort of name. And the same for you. I don't see you insulting this person, even when you have disagreements. There is just so much respect over here. Respect and ability to communicate efficiently. Letter T, letter L, letter I is coming in. Some of you might have... difficult for me to talk, hold on. Some of you might have this tattoo. Either with dots, with commas, or is it called semi-hyphen? When you got the dot and you got the comma. And those of you who know what it means, those of you know what it means. And if you don't, then good stuff. But in any case, they're telling me life goes on. This is the person that helps you understand that life goes on. You might be mourning something or someone when you meet this particular person. And I don't necessarily see you jumping straight into this relationship like you did at the beginning of the reading with the Fool card. No, I see that maybe you're seeing this person as a stranger. You're not seeing this person as an extension of your ex, or you don't see this person as a false soulmate or false twin flame. You're being very realistic about this relationship. And this is fantastic because then you get to know the real person, not your projection of who they are. Letter C is also coming through, by the way, guys. Give you something small as a gift, but very meaningful. Maybe a ring, maybe a jewelry piece, maybe some sort of, again, family heirloom. And you could be meeting this person in September, October. Not a very talkative person, my darlings. I would say that this person prefers to listen rather than talk. And it feels like very, maybe like dated romance, like old school romance. But this is what this person is all about. Most probably doesn't even have social media or doesn't need it or whatever, had an account made on Instagram when it first started and then just forgot about it. So I don't see that this person is scrolling. I don't see that this person is liking half-naked pictures of women online. I don't see that this person is hiding something from you. There's no double life. No. This person is about books. This person might like to play chess. This person might like to... the thing that I'm seeing over here, it's actually quite sweet. Collecting ships, maybe. Ships or airplanes, but it's like kind of a design, and it's a very... it's like a collectible thing. might be very much into riding horses. And for some of you, this person might be into racing, maybe horse racing or racing, actual racing, you know, as in cars. Very well put together. Sexy as hell. Sexy as hell. For some of you, if you like the darker aesthetic, this person is going to have it. For others of you, if you're just kind of more attracted to the old money look, this is the sort of person that you are attracting. But this person will make love to your mind, to your body as well, of course. But to your mind, it will take you to places. Oh my God. You're going to experience something you've never experienced before. I'm not going to say too much. I don't want this video to get censored. But I'll let your imagination do its thing. Right? So I'm saying again, September 2, 3, maximum, I would say, my dears, 3, 4 months. Because again, if this video has found you, if you're watching this, if you made it this far, you were meant to. You were meant to. But again, with timing, remember, it's not set in stone, but I'm just letting you know that it's not going to be, another 13 years. 13 years of having to wait for him to text you back. No. Let's see what's on the other side. And you know what I really like over here as well? By the way, if you want to have a child with this person, you will. If you want to have a child with this person, you will. And very respected. I don't see people saying a lot of bad things over here about. There's not a lot of darkness that came through in today's reading. Well, there are a couple of things over here. But here they're showing me a ring. Again, and they're showing me, you know what they're showing me? A pomegranate. And again, it has a lot to do with abundance. It has a lot to do with hidden knowledge. Apple, pomegranate, and a ring. So you're definitely going to marry this person if you guys want marriage. There is going to be a proposal. And there are going to be guests if you want them there. If you don't want them there, they won't come. There's somebody you need to let go, my darlings. The back. They're telling me that you're moving in the right direction when it comes to letting something or someone go. Because literally there's like the back, the hair, shoulders over here. And I think he's also, he or she, this particular person is also releasing somebody. Flamingos? Pink flamingos? How interesting. Okay. In one way or another, flamingos are also relevant. Maybe your person has very long legs, or you guys have very long legs. Because I'm getting somebody tall. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. They're giving me somebody who's relatively tall. And the sense of calmness that you're going to experience, it's absolutely fantastic. But so charming, so alluring. And you know, there are going to be a lot of people that would like to be with the person that you're meant to be with. Because for some of you, I will say it is going to be somebody famous, somebody well-known. People. And maybe some sort of security over here saying, give it space, give it space. But here, honestly, this person is only going to see you. So if you dealt with somebody who was unfaithful, this person is going to be a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air. All right, my darlings. Oh, look at this. You might be flying in a helicopter over here. Good stuff. All right, my darlings. That's all I see today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If you liked this reading, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're up for a personal reading, whether it's a tarot reading or a candle wax reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. In that same place, you'll find the link to my Patreon page with over 250 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.